Alright guys, what's going on today? Panther here with another life story. This I believe is number 4. Today I will be continuing off what I said I was going to do last episode about a story where I got chased one night when I snuck out of my house to go to this girl's house. So pretty much what happened is my dad, I can't remember where he was somewhere, he went out somewhere, or he was staying at Harvey Bay or somewhere, I don't know, somewhere near where I live. Um, so pretty much I had to stay over at my nan and pops, and what I did is I asked them if I could stay at home because I needed the Wi-Fi to do an assignment, you know, you know. So pretty much they dropped me off home, and as soon as they dropped me off home, I left my house, and I had to walk down the street, and there's like basketball courts and a cricket field near my house pretty much, and I had to walk like I don't know how many blocks I had to walk. I had to walk like 10 blocks trying to navigate my way to find her house because I didn't know like what it looked like or where it was. So I had to walk for about fucking half an hour to find her street, and then I was walking up her street, and then I came to this corner, and there was like this purple shop place, and there was like this little driveway thing, and I was about to walk past this place, and then next minute I see a car come over the hill, and it pulls up in this driveway part, and they have their headlights. They turn their headlights off, but they keep like the dash lights on, so I could see them and shit. And I was walking past, and they weren't doing anything. They were just sitting there. And as soon as I walked just past the front right hand side door, the guy opens the door, and then he says, I can't remember what the fuck he said. He said something, but then I fucking started sprinting up this hill. I don't know how big the hill was, but I fucking legged it straight up it. And then they got back in their car and they turned around and they were coming up the street. And pretty much I ran up this hill and then it went downhill. I ran down the hill and then it ended up getting to a point where there was traffic lights. And I knew they were behind me because I could hear the car like screeching. So I decided to jump a fence on the corner, and this fence was fucking huge. Like this fence was about half the size of me, and I'm like 6'1", 6'2". So I jumped the fence, only just cleared it, and I pretty much just laid in some old lady's lied. I don't know. I did something. I went prone in some old lady's front garden to fucking hide from these cunts, and they ended up driving past. And once they left, I jumped back over this lady's fence, and I continued on my journey. So pretty much I crossed the traffic lights and I kept walking down the street, and eventually I'm pretty sure it was the same people, I'm not sure, but a car was slowly driving behind me again. So I started running and eventually I lost them. And then I called this girl that I was going to her house at, and turns out the house that I stopped at was her neighbour's. So I went into her house and we sat down, we were watching some weird show on TV, and we were just talking, like me, her and her sister. And then we had to go to the kitchen because she had to do dishes and shit. And we were pretty much just sitting in the kitchen. She was doing the dishes. I was just sitting there being weird, doing my thing. And then she just came over and hugged me. And then we started making out in the kitchen. And then we went back into the lounge room and we sat down on the couch and started watching the show again. And then her sister walked out the room, and then she like moved closer, so she was like kind of half on top of me, like she was about to grind on me. And then we started making out again, and she started like teasing me, putting her hand at the top of my pants and slowly going down, and then she'd pull her hand back out, and then her sister ended up coming into the room, so we just sat there and held hands for about another half an hour, and then her sister ended up kicking me out at 11:30 because apparently I wasn't allowed to stay, but when I got home I was told I could have stayed. And once we left, we were downstairs and we pretty much started making out again, and I may have done more to her, just maybe, and then pretty much the journey home began. So left her front yard and I turned a right. I took a different route home, and heaps of cars kept driving past. Then the cops drove past. They didn't do anything. They just kept driving. I had to walk past a pub, which is where pretty much most of the ferals are in this town. So that was interesting. And then I got to this place called Rocky Street, and there's like this real sketch bridge where a railway track was used. I don't know if they still use it, but I've never seen a fucking train go across it. So I'm pretty sure they don't. So I was walking down this street, and I walked all the way up to Rocky Street, and I got like to the street where I had to turn left on, which was like 2 blocks away from my house. And I was walking up there, and then heaps of cars kept coming past, and I got like hell sketched out, and I thought those people were going to come past again. So I found an open paddock, and I just lied down in the paddock, like on my stomach, just sitting there. Got on my phone, I started playing fucking Candy Crush for about 10 minutes. And then I pretty much got up and walked up the street and past the hospital, and then I finally made it home. And then once I made it home, I pretty much walked in the doors, stripped off naked, got on the couch, started watching Netflix, and that was pretty much my night. It was pretty entertaining for me. I was kind of fucking scared shitless afterwards though. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that. That is life story number 4. I will be back with another one whenever I can. I don't know, because I'm going away this weekend, like tomorrow morning. So I'll be away from like Saturday till, I don't know if it'll be Sunday or Monday, maybe even Tuesday. So I'll try and upload 2 videos today for you guys. But if you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe and like. Definitely subscribe if you're new. I've only got 1 subscriber, so big shout out to you, whoever the fuck you are. But yeah, anyways guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.